Honest, first stage. I said first stage. Damn, I must be talking to myself, huh? But hey, uh, honest YouTube, first stage sounded back in, okay, and it's happy now. All is now. It's a gift to be in the present, okay. So Friday, we're currently influenced by the fluid of Venus, okay. Um, you know what? I'm going to do a continuation of the astrological houses. Okay, and I just uploaded the second house. So if you're watching now, this is going to be an upload on the third house. Okay, so looking at the the current transits. So when I say transits, this is just planets that are transiting the planets on my outer verse. Okay, so just no natal transits. Okay, so we currently have the natal sun or transiting sun in Aquarius, transiting moon in Aquarius, and Mercury in Aquarius as well. Okay, so this is a perfect time to utilize these yang energies. Okay. Okay, so third house. Okay, so third house, dealing with familiar places, faces, and communication surroundings. So familiar places, familiar faces, deals with communication and surroundings. So for example, it's commonly known for, like your cousins, people just you're familiar with. Okay, so this is a house of communication. Okay, so when we're looking at the third house, I correlate it with, okay, what's the third sign of the zodiac? Gemini. Okay, so, and Gemini is, what's the modality? Mutable. Okay, so as opposed, my Aquarius video, so opposing Aquarius, not opposing, but being trine with the trine air signs, the frequency vibration of the air signs. Okay, so Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So, okay, Aquarius is about unfamiliar places, faces, how you conduct in the public. This is why I sort of said it was opposite, but, far out communication, esoteric communication, as opposed to Gemini being, that, let's just say communication, mutable communication, being able to adapt in the communication. Okay, so so, and what is the planet? Okay, planet correlated with this Gemini energy. Okay, this will be Mercury. Okay, similar to, so Mercury is correlated with Gemini and rules Gemini and rules Virgo. Okay, and this is why these are both left brain signs. Okay, even though, like I said, earth and air are left brain signs. Okay, so where Virgo is the analyzer, the practicalizer, okay, the making sense out of things, okay, the looking at the details of things, the scheduling. Mercury, is the Gemini is the communicator of this. Okay, so Virgo is mutable. Yeah, just like Gemini. Gemini, 6th house being mutable. But they're both mutable. Okay, so when I say mutable, that's just being able to adapt to communication. And let's see. When I say surroundings, okay, so surroundings. So let's say neighbors. Neighbors could be a Gemini, or third house. Uh, uh, let's say vision. You ever seen the movies where they're like, howdy neighbor? You know, wherever you see a neighbor is always saying hi, you know, that's like a third house type thing, okay? You know, yeah, and just communication, relationship. And it's like, when I correlate, let's looking at, I want to correlate this with compare this. I want to compare this with Libra. Okay, Geminis and Libra. So, okay, so looking at Gemini, okay, when I look at Gemini and I look at Libra, okay, so Libra is more bent on being ruled by Venus, is more bent on relationships, and yeah, of course, communication is important for all the air signs, you know, but where it's like Libra having, yeah, like I said, this Venus energy to it, so it's more on, you know, relatability, relationships. Okay, a Libra actually wants to relate, but you know, a Gemini, you know, is more bent on just communication. And it's like, you can't, this is why they have this natural, this status around them for being all over the place, similar to a Sagittarius, because, you know, me having that sun sign Sagittarius, Geminis are, you know, mutable, just like the Sagittarius, Sag being mutable fire, Gemini being mutable air. Okay, so it's like a Gemini is more, yeah, like they say, very hard to pin down. You know, you can't, you know, we looking at air, you know, if you, you know, it don't matter, like there's air in this cup, you know, but the analogy I sort of have on Gemini is like, okay, there's air in this cup, okay, but when I close the cup, you know, there's still, you know, fucking air. You know, you can't pin down air. You just can't hold air down. So when I look at Gemini and that being my opposite sign, okay, it's like there's just no way for you to try and pin air down. No matter how hard I press my hand together, there's still air between my hands. And this is the analogy I have on Gemini, okay? So it's like, yeah, just communication. So for example, right, Libras they want communication, okay, but they also, you know, want to be reciprocated, the same energy that, you know, you give them. As opposed to Gemini, you know, they really don't give a shit. You know, it's almost like just communicating, you know, and it's like to get that mental stimulation. Geminis get mental stimulation from communications. Okay, not just seeing 911 after that. So, you know, I know, you know, universe speaking to me there. So yeah, Geminis get that mental stimulation from communication, you know. Yeah, so yeah, that is going to be my video on the third house. And first day signing out. Catch you next now.